We often hear the phrase that life is about the choices we make. Well, the funny thing about choice is that while our ability to choose can never be taken away, it can be forgotten. Martin Seligman and Steve Mayer stumbled upon this idea that they later coined as learned helplessness. They were conducting experiments on German Shepherds, and they split the dogs into 3 groups. The first group of dogs were placed in a harness and administered an electric shock, but they were also given a lever that they could press to make it stop. The dogs in the second group were also placed in the harness and were given the same lever, but the catch was it didn't actually work, and therefore leaving the dogs with no ability to do anything about the electric shock. The third group was placed in that same harness but not given any shocks at all. After, each dog was placed in a large box with a divider. One side of the box produced an electric shock and the other didn't. That's when something crazy happened. The dogs that had the ability to stop the shocks or hadn't been shocked at all quickly learned to step over the divider to the other side. But the dogs that had been powerless did not. These dogs didn't adapt or try to do anything to stop it because they didn't know they had a choice. They had learned helplessness. They had been conditioned to believe that this was their reality and they have no power to change it. And the same thing happens with humans. When people believe their efforts don't matter, they do nothing to change. They forget that they have a choice. It's the reason people stay in bad relationships and crappy jobs too long. It's the reason people say yes to others, all the while neglecting their needs. So today, I'm here to remind you, you have the ability to choose. Each and every one of us in this moment is a product of our choices. Our weight is a product of our eating choices. Our finances are a product of our spending choices. You are a product of the choices you've made, and if you don't like it, you have the power to choose differently. Now, I realize it's not as simple as saying yes or no, but if we don't decide what we want, someone else will decide for us. So today, I invite you to decide what you want and make the effort to choose it. Whether it's choosing to say no so you can spend more time with family, or finally giving yourself permission to say yes to do that thing you've always wanted. We have one life, and we get to choose how we live it.